Hey everyone, hold on one second, trying to get these things together. Okay. So we're live on Facebook. We're live on the KEMPIRE Daily YouTube channel. We're live also on the KEMPIRE on Facebook and on the Facebook for the KEMPIRE Radio Network. Head on over there so I can see everyone's comments. I want to talk about this DMX story really quickly. I wasn't planning to go live, literally was on a run. And, part of my job is checking to see what's in the news. And I saw this DMX story. I posted a quick text to my texting community. If you haven't joined the KEMPIRE Radio texting community, you guys get the information first. So text me today and join the community, 347-647-2372. This story is insane. I mean, I didn't expect to see this. I thought DMX was doing better. So this is what we're hearing in regards to DMX. According to multiple sources, including TMZ and Page 6, DMX overdosed last night at 11 p.m. here in New York. Due to the overdose, we're hearing that he also suffered a heart attack. So according to TMZ, right now he is in the hospital in White Plains. He's in a critical care unit. This is what TMZ is reporting. They're saying that there is some brain activity. Another source is saying that DMX is in a vegetative state, and doctors have cautioned that he may not make it. Did not expect to be reporting on this today. You may recall that DMX, for those that are just joining us, I just want to say hello to everyone. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Again, head on over to the KEMPIRE Radio Facebook page. Also, we're live on the KEMPIRE on Facebook. And of course, we're live on YouTube, KEMPIRE Daily. I see everyone in the chat room. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Pamela, Teresa. Danielle says, if he doesn't make it, I will be no good. I think a lot of us that are around this age, first of all, DMX is 50 years old, but a lot of us grew up listening to his music and also following his story. He's been in the news for multiple reasons, including drug abuse, baby mama drama. He was on Iyanla Vanzant's Fix My Life. But most recently, we know back in 2019, DMX went into rehab. So let me just give you a little bit of the recent timeline. So as you already know, DMX, legendary hip hop rapper, part of the Rough Riders record label, which spawned people like, Swiss Beats, Eve, a lot of those folks. And we thought he was making improvements. He went back to rehab in 2019 after he had served a 12-month sentence for tax evasion. We most recently saw him go up against Snoop Dogg in a versus battle. For those that just joined us, I know I just jumped right into the story. I probably should give you guys a little bit more time to get into the chat room. I apologize in advance. We're talking about DMX. DMX suffered a heart attack reportedly due to an overdose last night here in New York. He is currently in the hospital in a critical care unit. According to TMZ and other sources, they're saying that he allegedly is in a vegetative state. They're not sure if he's going to make it. We will be following this story. If you're not following us on social media, everything is at TheKempire. You most likely will get exclusive content from our texting community. That number is scrolling across your screen. So as soon as I know something, I text the community. But then, of course, I come on my other platforms to share this information with you guys. Shout out to my TikTok fam. You guys also get exclusives as well. Mima says addiction is real. It really is, and that's why it's important for us to have sensitivity when reporting the stories. I've reported on other drug overdoses before, and a lot of people are like, oh, you know, this person's a drug addict. Why feel sorry for them? Because addiction, not just drug addiction, is real. There's food addiction, there's gambling addiction, there's sex addiction. There's so many different addictions that people are going through and don't even realize that it is an addiction until it's too late. If you've been following DMX's story and his career, you already know that he's suffered with this addiction. I just want to kind of backtrack because if you recall, you know what, because there is more information that I want to say about this particular story on how DMX started, you know, how his addiction started. According to DMX, and this is based on an interview he did a while ago, he says that the reason why he even got addicted to drugs was because someone tricked him allegedly into smoking crack at the age of 14 by one of his mentors. And if you already have an addictive personality and someone's giving you something like this, and then your life just, you know, spirals because of it. We thought that he was doing well. For those that are just joining us, we're talking about DMX. He right now, he had suffered a drug overdose allegedly last night at 11 p.m. here in New York. He is currently in a critical care unit in White Plains. He suffered a heart attack due to this overdose, they're reporting, and it doesn't look good right now. We don't know until, and that's why we'll be following this story. So as I was just saying, this story that he told about being tricked into taking crack at the age of 14, he said this on Ready Ron, a podcast. Actually, sorry. He said, I was in Yonkers. This guy, Ready Ron, he was like an older brother to me. DMX told his fellow rapper Talib Kweli on the People's Party podcast. He said that he would rap and I would do the beatbox. I love this guy like an older brother. He says that he said one night after the duo did a robbery one night, okay, it was his birthday and we came back and split the money. I said, here you go get something nice for your birthday. So he came back with a blunt rolled up and I'm counting the money. He passed the blunt. Holding back tears, he continued, I hit the blunt and I was no longer focused on money. I've never felt like this. It just effed me up. I later found out that he laced the blunt with crack. Why would he do that to a child? He knew I looked up to him. Why would he do that to somebody who looks up to him? A monster was born. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy, especially to someone that you supposedly love. The person that I loved was a snake. And this, if you're just joining us, I'm talking about a story that DMX retold about how a mentor was the first person to expose him to the drug crack. And this is what's led to his long history of drug addiction. As you also may recall, DMX has gone through a lot of baby mama drama. Most recently, I know he's in a new relationship. He's had, I don't know how many kids DMX has at this point. So if anything, even if you're not necessarily praying for him, let's pray for his family and all of his children, because they will directly be affected if this does not go well. But of course, we are hoping for the best. So currently there are no updates in regards to his condition. As I said to you before, TMZ is reporting right now that he is currently in a critical care unit in White Plains, New York. He suffered an overdose, an alleged overdose at 11 p.m. last night. And due to the overdose, he suffered a heart attack. They are saying, according to reports, there is some brain activity. Another source is saying that he is in a vegetative state, and doctors have cautioned that he may not make it. We'll be following the story. I wanted to come on quickly just to report this to you guys and give you a full report. You know, I posted a short video on TikTok talking about this, but I thought it was worth coming on live and talking at least at length about what they're saying, but also how this started. If you're just joining us, I was just retelling a story that DMX told on a podcast on how he got addicted to drugs, and the way that he was introduced to drugs, specifically crack, was due to a mentor lacing a blunt with the drug, and he had no idea. He had no idea, and it's just catapulted his drug addiction ever since. He's now at the age of 50, still struggling. Back in 2019, right after he had served 12 months for tax evasion in prison, he went into rehab. He didn't say that he relapsed. He actually said he did not relapse. He went in before he relapsed back in 2019. We most recently saw him during the Snoop Dogg versus back in, I believe it was July, I think is when he had the verses. I can't recall the exact, let me see. It was back in July, almost a year. Can you guys believe that? It's almost a year since the summer. So, and he was looking healthy then. Not sure, you never know, especially with this pandemic, what people are thinking and going through with depression and mental health issues, So as I said to you before, I just wanted to come on here and report the update for everyone. And everyone's mentioning, yeah. And it's funny because I had got this photo because I wanted to talk again about his Fix My Life. This was a few years ago. And at the time, it didn't end well with his conversation, because not only were they talking about addiction with DMX in this, Iyanla Fix My Life, it was more focused on his family situation. As you already know, along with addiction, along with his career, DMX has had a lot of baby mamas, a lot of children, and that's caused a lot of unnecessary news about DMX. In the blogs and whatnot. And when he went on Fix My Life, that did not help. I know I saw a recent interview with Iyanla, and people were wondering, would she have him on again? And she clearly said no. He needs more help than she can give him. And if she was to help him, it would not be for TV. And I was like, I agree, especially the way that particular episode went. Again, for those of you that are here and watching the video, join the texting community. The number is 347-647-2372. I'll be sharing any sort of updates immediately with the texting community. So once we know the information of what's happening with DMX or any other hot topics, the texting community gets it first. And then usually I'll post about it on my social media. So that could be Twitter or TikTok. So follow me there for updates on this story. We'll be following the story. I wanted to come on live just to talk about this. Let me just say, and see if there's any, okay, let me see. Mima says, addiction is cunning and baffling. It's easy to get clean. It's hard to stay clean. So true. His girlfriend just uploaded a video with him singing an MJ song, and he was looking good in their car. We'll be following the story. I don't know the specifics just yet. As I said to you before, I'm reporting what we've gotten so far. I'll be following the story. Any updates that we have, I'll be definitely checking that out. Let me just see if there's any before we get off of here. Let me just say, I don't see any updates on here. But thanks, Grace, for informing us of that. I haven't seen any updates confirming if he's out of the hospital. I highly doubt that he might be out of the hospital so soon after an overdose and heart attack, and if he was in critical care. So I'm not sure if that's true. But as I said to you before, we'll be following the story. Join the text community, and we will keep you posted. Thank you guys so much for joining the live. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on breaking news like this one. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I'll see you very, very, very soon.